Does that answer everyone's question?
Yeah.
Okay. I would like to declare, I am declaring 120. Will I?
Yes.
Any other counters?
150.
If you were to declare 120. And still get on the table.
Matt, if I can interrupt for a moment. So, do you have an idea of how many people there are here aligning?
44?
44. And you had 11 out of 44 align with that.
Okay.
So is your intent to ask the other 30 to creatively align, or might
It's not 44 because it's not the 44.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's 11 out of 34.
34.
No,
11
no,
out of
it's
34. Okay. Roughly 11 out of 34. Good. So you have that in mind.
So do I, who declined?
Or you might want to get interested in what's going on. Like you have 30% alignment, maybe there's something there.
Keep your hand up, because did you count it?
Who declines 120?
Okay, so you have 11 aligning, 13 declining,
Okay.
14 declining. Okay, 15. So the request is put your hands up right away. 15 declines, 11 aligning. So what do you say? Accountable? What do you want to do with that?
The question David's actually asking, what is the room telling you
Yeah.
when you see that happen, right?
Well, I want to know if you want to do more or you want to do less.
Okay, ask the question.
Raise your hand who wants to do more.
So if you were one of those declines, then give him the answer if you wanted to do more.
Can you keep your hands up if you want to
Raise
do
your hand if you
more?
want to do more than 120. That's really great.
So that's 5 out of the 15 declines.
Raise your hand if you want to do less than 120. And you're ready.
What? I want to do that.
Okay, I count 9.
Okay.
How do we do this with?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's start talking.
What's the next one?
Well, then we'll
So 110?
That's the tricky part, right?
Yeah.
What do you guys, what are you?
Speaker?
How can we do this with velocity?
Well, I don't know. I mean, this is news, all right? We need to have a beginner's mind here. So we can start having a conversation for opportunities and then play with the 120.
I request you declare something because there's a lot of like confusion and hesitation.
Yeah. I declared 120.
Right, so then you got that was, so then now what? Like,
Okay.
declare what?
Yeah, now what? What do you do?
Okay, well, I'm trying to figure out if people want to do, like, what's stopping from the 120? Yeah.
In the world of opportunity, we have these like calendar things, right? Well, consider that each and every one of you playing on a team is an opportunity. And the conversations you'll have are your actions to fulfill on those opportunities. So you can really look at what you want to be accountable for what you're going to register and what your word is, and as a team, what that looks like, and what you're accountable that your teammate registers. Does that land?
I mean, we have training development opportunities every week. We have 2 SLPs that are having in Seattle, which we've seen are amazing results in terms of communication registration. And if we look at 1 registration per week per person, I mean, that's 454 registrations. Not including SEO.
Not to mention the leads.
All right, so
Not to mention evening
let,
sessions.
let me just create something. So what I would request is this, right? So we pick a number right now, and then we start having what's going. I'm looking at the time, and what really the juice is to look at the opportunities, so that the result becomes feasible. okay? So you guys just consider that we're looking for like evidence for the result being feasible. We're trying to do it backwards, right? Automatically trying to figure out what the right number is with what we know the opportunities are when we haven't even had a conversation about it. So that is the opportunity here to build something that would actually give us the game that we're playing, so we can actually get into the middle of it. You guys get it? Like we're like scratching, right? Like we're kind of walking around the real game. That makes sense?
Yeah.
And Daniel, if you could, I request you relate this back to our technology for accomplishment conversation we've already had. Like, which of those conversations have we had?
Right, so the conversation we're having right now is the possibility, right? Create a possibility and outcome, and then you decide on a result that manifests that outcome, okay? And that should be just from the possibility. So I'm clear the possibility is present because we're doing something else. It shouldn't be as difficult, right? Because I assert that because of all the conversations going on. And then we will have a conversation for opportunity that would actually lead and become an opening for action. That's what we're trying to do here, but we're not getting there because we're still stuck in the number. Can you guys see that? So, I just say, Matt, you got what you got from the declines. I would just request you pick a number now, and then I will just have you guys go with that for now, okay?
Daniel, Joel, first quarter, Seattle. Maybe you guys check in with the room and see what's present with some of the participants, because I think there's something going on here. It's not necessarily that they're not aligning, but maybe they're not hearing your commitment, or there's something else going on in the room.
Okay. Yes, sir.
And if that doesn't work, I got
I'm still
you.
concerned because I would assert that what's going on in the room is morass. So if we're going to start talking about morass, then we're going to just get stuck there.
Well, yeah, it is morass, and we're forcing an outcome by just pushing a number right now, right? Like, it's forcing an outcome at this point. There's no alignment on a single number, and you're having him create on top of something.
You're right.
We need to get to nothing, and we'll be inspired, and we'll be lit up by what the game is, and it'll be a yes. It's not happening right now.
And what we can look at is, like, we're making them work hard, and I promise you, I'm part of that. You know, like, they shouldn't have to work this hard. And I'm back here quarterbacking, so.
So, it's out of the conversation for the technology for accomplishment. What Mia's pointing out is the possibility is missing right now. That's really what it is. So let's just represent the possibility. Can you do that?
Possibility.
Yeah.
Possibility of communication access to power. It's a possibility of being fully self-expressed right now. And now.
And now.
Did that land, guys?
No.
Okay, so again, it's in our listening that this is gonna land, not in math. Okay? Please generate again, Matt.
Possibility for the communication access to power. It's the possibility of being fully self-expressed right now. And now. And now.
So if you were being fully self-expressed right now, you're the accountable. What's next?
Now we declare where we're going to be in Denver. How many lives transformed we caused through communication access to power. And at this point, I'm declaring 100.
Next.
And Google Alliance.
Okay, put your hands up right now and keep them out. Okay,
Great. And who counted?
so you know the ones that we had 29 aligning.
Great. Any counters or declines?
First start counters.
Any counters? Great. Any declines?
Okay, so Tom and Catherine, you both didn't raise your hands.
Okay, 30 aligning.
Okay.
Tom?
So I'm not gonna put up a fight.
Okay, so the request is to either align counter, one of those three.
You can decline. If
You
you're
align?
declined, that's fine.
I'm impartial at this point. I think we can do a lot better than this, but I'm not gonna drag this down.
So you'll creatively align.
Sure.
Perfect.
Great. Anything more? Thank you, Tom. Okay, now what's next is to look at our opportunities for the quarter and unfold the game. Okay, so we have milestones from here until Denver.
Yeah.
Will you guys bring those milestones up?
Team 1, quarter 4 completing, if you could come back and help grab some of these. All of you.
And we have 4 milestones until Denver.
Oh. Can we get that same one with July 11th?
So we're standing in Denver.
You're listening, please.
I am standing in Denver on August 18th. And we have 100 live transformed registered in communication access. Live transformed! To experience full self-expression. Now and now and now.
And now.
And now. The third milestone is July 28th. How many people do we have registered in communication access to power?
80.
80?
Yeah.
Slade, right, you said that for you.
Perfect. 80. Awesome. July 12th is our communication access to power.
65.
It's August 12th, correct?
Sorry. It's like 90.
Okay. Hey.
Okay, so we need an evening session on August 15th.
So on August 15th,
And if somebody could confirm that date, that'd be great.
It is. We just do like
so on August 15th, that's the communication access to power evening session. Where graduates of communication access to power can bring guests and they can enroll them in communication. So this would be a big, feasible opportunity for graduates to come. Hear about communication. So by August 15th, how many did we have registered in communication access to power?
120.
95. I hear 95.
Yeah, there were 95 people registered.
So 95 on the count. Thank you, Slade. Slade, you got 95 here?
Oh, forget it.
Okay, we gotta be.
Do we want to, this is the evening session, do we want to do the craft or this is our?
We're together.
Wait, we have 80 on the third milestone, July 28th. We have a communication power to create evening session on July 11th. How many people do we have registered by July 11th?
65.
65.
70.
70. Great, 70. Well, it's not. Yeah. Both, because they're all standing.
Just keep going and we'll read out the milestones.
Okay, great. And then the second milestone is July 7th. So 4 days before the evening session of July 11th, how many people do we have registered?
48.
48.
55.
Let's start with 48.
48.
Go.
Great. And by the first milestone on June 16th, which is 2 weeks from now, how many people have been registered in communication access to power?
25.
25. I hear 25. Perfect. And those are like the milestones that we see now. Plus we have self-expression leadership program, which we can unfold. Plus we have other evening sessions. We have seminars that we can unfold. And these are at the Seattle service. We also have.
So wait, Matt, what are the opportunities between milestone 2 and today? That's what's missing right now. So at milestone 2, we have 48 people registered in the access to power.
Yeah.
What are our opportunities that are providing us access to these 48
Okay, we have
registrations?
one center assisting meeting in Seattle, one in Portland, and one in Spokane. 6th, 13th, and 15th, we have the evening session. And what's the date? That's
June 16th is the first milestone.
Okay. Okay, so, what's that? What about the self-expression day 2?
So self-expression for day 2 is July 15th.
July, okay.
Okay.
Okay, so you might want to.
So the self-expression for day 2 is a safe peaceful opportunity. That's on July 15th. So we might want to look at reducing this number and beefing up that number.
Yeah.
That's how you gauge your miles. It's not going to be evenly dispersed. It's going to be our peaks and our right. So on July 15th is the self-expression for day 2. And we say we're going to have 80 by the third milestone. So how many registrations do we have by July 15th? Working backwards from here.
What's that July 11th number?
This is the evening session.
Yeah.
Where the power
You
is.
can't see the numbers. Yeah.
7. So we can either move this 70 over here.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have 2 minutes.
Yeah.
To finalize this. You're doing great, Matt.
Yeah. A couple of things that maybe we want to know. Self-expression and leadership program. Let's see.
So this is the part of the opportunity conversation.
Guys,
Is it feasible, right? So-
One thing you guys want to look is, like, you could be looking at your center calendar, right? You book that one, so you can start getting familiar with that. So one of the things, there's a Wednesday SEOP in Seattle. That Wednesday SEOP has 32 potentials for access to power. That is got dates here complete, so 7, so we got 6, June 14, June 28, and July 5th. That are dates we can possibly go and be there and register people, okay? It's one opportunity.
And how many people?
There's 32 potentials for access to power.
So I want to say by second milestone we have 32.
Okay, the other one is, just before we go, the other one is the Mondays. There's a Monday SEOP with Calvin. They have 38 access to power potentials in that course. And there are about, there's 3 classes that we can go to. There's 6.5, 6.12, and 6.19.
So 2 classes before milestone 1.
Yep.
So,
So that-
I guess a way to look at feasibility is register, people who are in that SELP eligible for CAP will register into CAP. Communication access to CAP.
I just want to be clear, are you saying that there's potential of 60 between those two?
60.
So mine's 30.
So you say half of them?
I'm saying 30, yeah, half of them.
50, and you're saying that 60 is people who have not taken access to power yet?
Correct.
Okay, so you're saying 50%.
Okay.
How?
By that first milestone. Or is it first or second milestone that we can do both?
Milestone one, you're
One,
saying 25.
2? Yeah, so yeah, I'd take that up to 30.
I'm thinking second milestone will have 30.
Okay, so, now, okay, good. That's good.
Okay, second milestone, so we'll have 30 by July 7th. On July 7th, we have 30.
We get it, it's who's my
That's all, and we can
Yeah, we can
continue.
continue. I just wanna put something in, okay, so you guys are saying 30, which is beautiful. Now, what would it take for us to actually register 30 people?
Take some.
What would it take for us to actually register 30 people? Just trying to.
It would take us actually being committed to going into those rooms and actually making it happen and designing a team today that's going to make that happen.
Right, it might look like, hey, I'm gonna do my training and development a little later, because I wanna be there when they complete. Does that make sense? You would actually see, I wanna go there Mondays and Wednesdays, because that's a big opportunity.
And I have to tell you guys, being the self-expression leadership sort of accountable for communication course in Portland, just us being there generates registrations. Like I was given like 4 or 5 a week just from being present and like having conversations with people. They want to do the communication course. And currently they don't really have an access there with teams and stuff.
Can you make it quick?
Yes, very quick. Yeah,
Good.
absolutely. And for you, what you're saying is really in our being, like as who you were in those SELP classrooms is like you have an accountable that like broke records. Like you like slaughtered his game, not to be graphic, but like really like who he's being and your leader and your opportunity for you to follow his leadership and his being and communication is amazing. So think about that when you're looking at your stuff.
Thank you. Ben, did you have something?
I was going to ask what the precedence is for, well, it sounds like you've broken the precedence, but I was going to ask if there are any numbers like associated to, the amount of people in an SELP course to how many register, and then we can figure out what works in that.
Yeah, there are numbers that we can refer to, and we can, in our being, like Lindsay pointed, we can generate that.
Well, that's what I would do, is I would just determine the numbers and then figure out like what was working most effectively at those moments. Where it was at the highest.
Yeah. And I would say that like we can chat. Anything else you want? If there's any questions, please come to me and we can.
And this is how you unfold the game. So.
So, Patty,
Yes.
Debbie, what were you?
So, my understanding is that this conversation is not yet complete.
Yeah.
And I request that we continue this conversation for this game at our next team.
I misunderstood you down.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wanted to what she said, so, yes. So can you guys see that? Can you guys see? Hold on, can you guys see that we still don't have an opening for action?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So we're just starting, right?
It's exciting. We're seeing possibility here, right? 100 people.
So there's 2 announcements. One is, and then is it in this building acknowledgement ceremony?
Yes.
In here, at the time 15?
I don't know.
Yes, 10:15.
10:15, yes.
Meet back here at 10:15.
It's not required. It's not required to be here. It's highly recommended. It's amazing. And if you haven't had a chance to be a part of this, you'll appreciate it and have been there at the end of it. So
You can't. It is optional.
I want to create, at this moment, where we're down to just 7 minutes, and several people who have, if you have an accountability, you have a room to go to. If you're team 2, you have a room to go to. And if you do have an accountability for this upcoming quarter. You are free until 10:15 until our, no.
The evening includes is the accountability people have a thing to go to. Those who do not are free.
Acknowledgement ceremony in here. Christy's gonna put something.
Okay, so don't go. Please listen. So what the evening includes is the accountability people have a thing to go to. Those who do not are free for the evening, meaning do whatever you want. And the ceremony that's in here at 10 o'clock, 10:15, at 10:15 is for the people who are outgoing, for us to honor and be with them and to exchange all kinds of, good vibes and love and stuff. If you come, you don't have to stay the whole time. You may come as casually as you like. We're still not drinking and eating in this room except for water and hotel things. And it's a ceremony to honor people, and it's full of love. It's not a have to or any of that kind of thing. You can come in your jammies. You can come in your rompers. You may stay as long as you like. And then tomorrow morning we are back in the main room at 8:50, ready to go. Present and accounted for in our professional attire. Tonight we will take good care of ourselves, our well-being. If anyone has any issues, communicate with your coach, with Slade or myself, and we will help you. We will support you in anything you need or with any questions you have.
So stop. Given by your agreements, can you come down here in your jammies?
No.
And that's the question.
No.
Yeah. Are you still in the hotel at a landmark event?
Yes.
Yeah.
So are there jammies? Now, would I love for y'all to be in your jammies? Yes. Is that appropriate given by your agreements?
No.
Thank you.
Patty, before you close the meeting, I request we all generate the team possibility together.
Yes.
All right. I love it.
Team
North America, Pacific Northwest, Seattle Center is the possibility of being fully self-expressed right now, and now, and now.
You're like, jump in. I'm going to jump in and do it. That's my request. Thank you.